Hi everyone, this is Becca from Becca's Music Room. I'm a music teacher who talks about teacher tips, teacher life, teacherpreneurs, and all things that might hopefully make your life just a little bit easier. Today we're going to talk about one very specific lesson that goes along with the book Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. So this is for kindergarten or first grade, especially the beginning of the year. First grade is a wonderful time to do it. That's what I'm doing it, and it is super, super fun. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share so other people can find these videos and that you can get more similar content. All right, so I have always wanted to incorporate more books into my lessons, but I have a hard time figuring out the how part. So sometimes it's easy. Like if you have been following me on Instagram, oh my gosh, at the end of last year, I talked so much about the cuckoo song that we were singing, which I will leave down below. You can go check it out. And the book that I read along with it, because the book was called El Cuckoo. It was actually a Spanish folk song, or a Hispanic folk tale, and super fun, loved it. But when it comes to things that are not like themed, I don't really know what to do. So that's one area that I'm really trying to grow in this year, and I figured if I was struggling, other people probably are too. So here is a lesson that goes along with the book Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. This is one of my favorites. I have specific memories of being a kid. I actually had the whole book memorized when I was like 4, and so I would like pretend to read it because I knew what it said because we read it that much. So this lesson is about rhythm. I used it this year with my first grade at the beginning of the year, so they already knew some rhythm stuff. If your kids don't, you can adjust it accordingly. So what we did is, the first thing I did is I pulled it out, introduced the book. We actually sang the ABC song as a warm-up, like we were singing one song and then we did that. And then I was like, oh, I have a book that has the alphabet in it and it's one of my favorites. Do you want to hear it? And they're like, yeah, of course I do. So I pull it out. I have them make spider fingers and keep the beat on their legs because some kids just really need to move. Not all of them do. Some of them honestly just are listening to the book, and that's fine with me, but if they need to move, I like to give them that outlet just in case. And I keep my djembe up front and I tap the beat on it as well. And I read it almost like a chant or a rap. So it would be like, A told B and B told C, I'll meet you at the top of the coconut tree. We said D to E, F, G, I'll beat you to the top of the coconut tree. Chicka chicka boom boom, will there be enough room? I'm gonna stop it there. I'm not gonna read the whole thing because you can do that yourself because you are not in kindergarten. So we did that, and then after that I told them, let's see if we can figure out the rhythm to some of these words. So I pulled out a couple of the common words like chicka chicka boom boom and I'll meet you at the top of the coconut tree. And you could totally do this like the kids at their seats figuring it out. We did it as a class, so I just held it up and then I have all the little cards. So we figured out, and I was like, okay, let's see. Will there? Is that one sound or two? Two. Okay, so two, would that be ta or would it be tt? TT. Okay, good. So then I would put this, and I got smart and put a paper clip on there so that I can move them in and out easily. Same thing with the next one. BE. Is that one sound or is that two? And so we go through that. I only did 2 today, depending on time and attention spans. You can do 4, you can do 2, you can do none if your kids don't know rhythm. And then I was like, okay, so we're gonna play these rhythms with our instruments, but let's practice them first. So we did, will there be enough room? And then t t t t ta ta. And we went over the rhythms a couple of times. And after that, we got castanets. I love these. They're super fun. They're like all different colors, and I just really enjoy them. They're very simple, they're very easy, and they're small enough to hold, which is really wonderful. So we went over each of the phrases with the castanets. I tell them I go first, then you. So I would say, chicka chicka boom boom, and they'd say chicka chicka boom boom, and back and forth like that. And then when they got it, then we would read the book. Now in my class, I am very fussy about when you play your instruments. So I have the kids put their hands on their shoulders and their instrument on the floor until it's time to play. And I actually did it as well so that they could see the visual cue. And on the parts that they're playing, I said it and had them repeat it after. You could have them do it at the same time, but I just found this to be the easiest thing. So it would sound like this. I would be like this. And I'd do A told B and B told C. I'll meet you at the top of the coconut tree. They do, I'll meet you at the top of the coconut tree. And then wait. And I continue. With most classes, I was able to just go straight through. So like they would play and then I just keep going, you know, I'll meet you at the top of the coconut tree. We said D to E, F, G. I'll beat you to the top of the, I just dropped that. I'm gonna leave that in there. I'll beat you to the top of the coconut tree. I'll beat you to the top of the coconut tree. Chicka chicka boom boom, chicka chicka boom boom. Will there be enough room? Will there be enough room? Here comes H up the coconut tree, and I and J and tag along K, all on their way up the coconut tree. You get the point. My class today, I will say, was frustrating. They all week have just been like, I'm gonna push you as far as I can as a first grader. So that was fun. So I had, so today specifically, I had to pause after each time that they played and make a big show of putting it down and putting my hands on my shoulders so that they would pay enough attention to stop. But for the most part, like last week, I didn't skip a beat. Like we were going, we were rolling. The whole thing, it took barely any time. It was super, super fun. The kids thought it was super cool. It gets them excited about reading. It gets, you know, I'm incorporating more reading into my lessons, and it is a musical way to do it. So that's it for my Chicka Chicka Boom Boom lesson. I am planning to do a TBT product on it, and so I will link that down below once it's available. It will also include some worksheets that you can do that are basically like this, so that you can get your kids to write some stuff as well. It would be good to leave for a sub if you have explained it thoroughly beforehand, and so all of that kind of stuff. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. If you have any suggestions for books that you would like me to talk about later, please leave them down below as well so that we can learn all the things. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and have a wonderful week.